Hi guys, sorry to interrupt your video. Just a quick plea, subscribe to my channel please. If you haven't done it already, subscribe. Tell your friends, subscribe. Thanks. What does this sign mean? So we know, two-way traffic crosses a one-way street. That's what I just said. So two-way traffic straight ahead. No. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. There you go. Boom. It's got nothing to do with a bridge. Two-way traffic, two-way road. No, they wouldn't be there. If you were already in a two-way road, they wouldn't even put the sign up. Where would you find these road markings? Blob of paint in the middle of a road. Arrows that go round and give way lines. What do you think? Blob of paint? Mini roundabout? So at a railway crossing, at a mini roundabout? Bam! That's what I think on a motorway. God, I hope not. On a pedestrian crossing? Nah. There you go. What does this signal mean? I hope you've watched your video. All the answers are in there. Right. Green for us. Stop for a tram, because white lines are tram lights. Cars must stop. Nope. Trams must stop. Yes. Both trams and cars must stop. No. Both trams and cars can do. No. Boink. Which of these signs means zebra crossing? That one. If you remember in my video I was saying that you could really do with some black lines there. But that's a zebra crossing. Look well ahead and check for pavement surroundings of surrounding areas for pedestrians. Look for anyone walking towards the crossing. Check your mirrors for traffic behind in case you have to slow down or stop. Quite right. Basically, as you're approaching a crossing, check to see if anyone's going to be there. There doesn't have to be someone there for an examiner to fail you. If it looks like... When I say that, what I mean is, you're approaching a pedestrian crossing. Obviously there are pedestrians around. If it looks like that pedestrian might cross the junction and you just carry on regardless, he's going to fail you. Alright, some caution. If there are people around and you're approaching a crossing, make sure you know exactly what they're doing before you commit to going out. What's the reason for the area marked in red and white along the centre of this road? Solid white line is for separating traffic. That's what it's for. Remember, the colour is irrelevant. So it separates traffic flowing in opposite directions. Yes, it does. It's cheaper than putting a concrete island in a way. It marks an area to be used for overtaking site. No, it's a temporary marking to warn up. No, it separates two sides of dual carriageway. That's a single carriageway, if you remember from my video. What's that meaning? Well, that's a windsock, isn't it? So if it's a windsock, it's probably wind related. So let's have a look. Side winds, perfect. Road noise, no. Airport, no, that'd be an aeroplane, wouldn't it? Adverse camber, no. It says caution, adverse camber, if you get that. What's this mean? Quay side, if you remember. Not a quay, quay side. Or a riverbank. That's where people moor their boaties. Yeah, that's what that means. Right, what does this mean? Order, therefore prohibitive, i.e. no. Motorcycles only, no. No cars, cars only, no motorcycles. There you go. That is a warning of a level crossing. So you get the gate that goes across on old styles. Level crossing with gauge barrier, sounds good. Gated road ahead, no. Level crossing without, no. Cattle grid, no. It's a level crossing. I know I'm sort of going through them, but basically the video about your road signs explains every single road sign that is required for this. So therefore, if you watch that, you should be going along here going click, 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 no trouble at all. It's just knowledge. Right, how will a police officer in a patrol vehicle signal you to stop? So he'll flash their headlights, indicate left and point to left. Yes, he will. Overtaking, give a slow. No. If he overtook you, you're trying to stop someone. He doesn't go in front of him, because if they turn around and bugger off, he's now going to lose him. So he always stays behind you. Use the siren, overtake. No, he doesn't overtake. Pull alongside. No, he doesn't go. He stays behind you. So if you turn left or right, he can follow. You must obey signals given by the police. If a police officer in a patrol vehicle wants you to pull over, they indicate this without causing danger to you or others. They might actually, if they were following you, they want to pull you over. Sometimes they don't put the lights on until there's a good place to park up, and then they get you to do it, so that you don't just pull over at a stupid place. Because people do that. At traffic lights, what does it mean when the amber light shows on its own? Remember in my example I was talking about tomatoes or peppers going from green through to red as they ripen. So therefore, Out of traffic light, what does it mean? Amber light shows on its own. It is going to red. So prepare to go. No, it's going to red, isn't it? Go for the wait. No. Go if no pedestrians crossing. No. Stop at the stop line. Yes, it means stop. But you may proceed if by stopping you are going to cause an accident. Because it's not a full red. It's a semi-red. Almost red. Right, so when the amber light shows, it's showing on its own. The red light will follow next. The amber light means stop, unless you've already crossed the stop line or are so close to it that by stopping may cause an accident. Oh, look, it's one of those diversion routes. What does this sign mean? It's a diversion. It's a diversion route. It's for diversions. We know this stuff. We watched my video. How should you give an arm signal to turn left? Well, you have to put your right arm out the window, but you have to say not right. We do that. We're going round in a circle. Up and down means stopping. That means turning right. That doesn't exist. That's just fiction, that is. What is that? Okay, so there may be occasions when other road users are unable to see your indicators, such as bright sunlight or on a busy, complicated junction. In these cases, an arm signal will help others to understand your intentions. It's a good point, actually. Sunlight in an indicator makes it look like the indicator's on. Whether or not it's on or off, you still can't see it flash. It's just bright. It's just reflecting amber everywhere. What shape is a stop sign? Stop sign is unique. It is the octagon. You mean stop? Stop. You just gotta stop. To make it easy to recognise, the stop sign is the only sign of this shape. You must stop and take effective observation before proceeding. Remember, you must stop at the line, and then you may creep, making good observation. What's this mean? These are two-way traffic crossing a one-way street again. Straight ahead. No, two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. Boom! They're not wrong. Stop sign. Octagon. Stop. It's unique shape. You just gotta stop. Doesn't it feel a bit like deja vu doing this one, doesn't it? What does this sign mean? Warning, bicycles. That's what that means. So cyclists must dismount. No. Cycles aren't allowed. No. Cycle route ahead. Yeah, that would be a warning, wouldn't it? Being warned of cycles. So a cycle route would be an extension of that. Cycling single file. That's an order, isn't it? So no. There's a cycle route ahead. A sign will show a bicycle in a red warning triangle. Watch out for children on bicycles and cyclists rejoining the main road. Isn't that just looking out the window? Anyway. How can you identify traffic signs that give you orders? Well, they are circles. Oh, for order. So, no, red triangles, red circles, perfect. Blue rectangle, no, they're circles. You're on a motorway. What should you do if there's a red cross showing on the signs above your lane only? If there's a red cross above you, you are not allowed to pass under a red cross. Or if it's in the centre reservation, you're not allowed to pass it full stop because it applies to all the lanes. So therefore, if you can move to another lane, you can pass it, but you're not allowed to pass under a red cross. So you must either stop in there or move to another lane. Of course, logically, if lanes are moving, you should move to the moving lanes. So what should you do if there's a red cross showing on the signs above your lane only? Continue in that lane? No, don't continue in that lane. Well, that's good. Pull on the hard shoulder, stop and wait for an instruction to proceed. So not that, because you don't want to just stop in the middle of a roundabout. You don't pull up onto the hard shoulder. You do not continue in that lane and look for further information. You just don't continue in that lane. You do continue, but just not in that lane. A red cross above your lane shows that your lane is closed. You should move into another lane as soon as you can do so safely. They would have put a white arrow up beforehand telling you to move lanes before you even get to the red cross. So, I mean, you should have already moved out of that lane anyway. You're being a right brain to wait until you get an X above the lane. End. It's the end of the world. We're all going to die. Nah. It actually means the end of the restriction. So if we had a sign earlier that said 50 miles an hour, for instance, when that restriction has ended, you will get an end to say that no longer. So end of restriction. What do the zigzags and white lines mean? So no parking at any time. That is true. You're not allowed to park on that. But let's see if there's a better answer. Parking allowed only for short time? No. Slow down strength? No. Sounding horns isn't allowed? No. You're just not allowed to park on them. or overtake the vehicle that's nearest to the crossing. The approach to and exit from pedestrian crossings is marked with zigzags. You mustn't park on them or overtake the leading vehicle when approaching a crossing. Parking here would block the view of pedestrians and approaching traffic. It would. What is this sign for a ring road? There you go, there, yeah. An R. R for ring. Yeah. Yeah, give us a ring. Yeah. Just loops around towns, doesn't it? What should you be aware of if you've just passed this sign? Well, that's an information that traffic is travelling ahead, so therefore you're in a one-way street. Is this a single track road? No, you can't stop in this road. Only one lane is in use. No, all traffic is going one way. Yes, it is. Yeesh, yeesh. What type of vehicle does this apply to? Now remember, you've got to keep an eye on where your arrows are. The arrows are top and bottom, therefore it's height. If it was width, the arrows would be on the edge. So therefore, height of vehicles. What type of vehicle does this apply to? High. Because it's all talking about height. The triangular shapes above and below the dimension indicate a height restriction. You're approaching traffic lights and the red light is showing. Excellent. What signal will show next? Well, it's going to be stop, but get ready. If you've watched my bit about traffic lights. So it's red and amber. Red for stop, but get ready because you're going to turn green. What does this sign mean? That is a minimum speed of a 30. Remember, red circle with 30 written is a maximum. Blue is a minimum. So if you're going through a tunnel, for instance, you will get a minimum speed and a maximum speed displayed. Sometimes. Well, you do in Liverpool anyway. What's this mean then? So you may park on a curb. So vehicles may not park on the verge, no, because that would be there'd be no parking sign, wouldn't it? Vehicles may park on the left-hand side of the road only, no. Vehicles may park fully on the verge or footway, yes, they may. If it was partially, then they would have one wheel on the road and one wheel on the curb. It'd be at that angle. Vehicles may park on the right side, no. No stopping. Boom, have some of that. You just got to know it, right? No waiting is the single line. Two lines, is no stopping. So it's a sign for clear way.